Earth had been under protection long before the first human drew breath. The final transmission from the galactic fleet was a warning, broadcast on all frequencies as the last dreadnought was pulled into a spatial anomaly that looked disturbingly like an eye. Council Emergency Protocol. Earth System quarantined. Ancient Guardians confirmed. Do not approach. Do not. The signal cut to static. Dr. Chan stood on the deck of the research vessel, watching as the Titan that had risen nearest to her ship slowly submerged again. For a moment that lasted eternity, one massive eye, larger than a stadium and filled with the wisdom of eons, regarded her with something that might have been approval. Then it was gone, returning to the depths where Earth's true defenders waited, patient and eternal. In the silence that followed, humanity began to understand that they had never been alone, and that the universe held far more wonders and terrors than they had ever imagined. The ocean titans had revealed themselves to protect Earth from external threats, but their message was clear. Humanity's true test was yet to come. The galaxy had learned to fear Earth's guardians. Now humanity had to prove they were worthy of their protection. Dr. Elena Vasquez stared at the quantum resonance readings with trembling hands. After 30 years of deep space archaeology, she thought she had seen everything the universe could hide. She was wrong. The artifact they had excavated from the Kepler 442b ruins defied every law of physics humanity understood. It wasn't just ancient, it was impossibly old, predating the formation of galaxies themselves. The crystalline structure pulsed with dark energy that their instruments could barely detect, let alone comprehend. "Run the translation protocol again," she commanded her AI assistant, though she dreaded what it might reveal. The holographic display flickered to life, showing symbols that seemed to writhe and shift even as they tried to focus on them. The translation came through in fragments, each word carrying a weight that made the research station's atmosphere feel suffocating. "The light was never meant to exist. We are the correction. The darkness hungers for its children to return." Elena's colleague, Dr. Marcus Chen, burst into the lab with his face pale as starlight. "Elena, you need to see the deep field telescope readings. Every star we've been monitoring, they're going out." The main display showed their local stellar neighborhood. What had been a tapestry of burning suns 12 hours ago was now punctuated by growing voids of absolute darkness. Not black holes, something worse. Spaces where reality itself seemed to be unraveling. "It started right after we activated the artifact," Marcus whispered. "Whatever we found, we shouldn't have touched it." Elena felt ice forming in her veins as more translations appeared on her screen. The ancient text spoke of a time before time, when the universe existed in perfect darkness, a state of pure entropy where consciousness was unified in eternal, dreamless sleep. The emergence of stars, planets, and eventually life had been an aberration, a cosmic mistake that brought separation, suffering, and the terrible burden of individual awareness. The artifact wasn't just a relic. It was a beacon. Across the galaxy, similar artifacts were awakening. On Earth, astronomers watched in horror as the Andromeda Galaxy simply vanished from their instruments, replaced by a spreading zone of nothingness that consumed light itself. Deep space monitoring stations went silent one by one, their final transmissions describing impossible geometries and crew members who spoke of feeling called home before walking into the darkness. Elena realized with growing terror that humanity's expansion into space hadn't been driven by curiosity or ambition. They had been unconsciously searching for these artifacts, drawn by an instinct older than their species. Every civilization that reached a certain level of development would inevitably find them, activate them, and fulfill their true purpose. The artifacts were not weapons or tools. They were keys, unlocking the universe's return to its original state. And consciousness,